Good morning. So yesterday we talked about points and lines, line segments, rays, and parallel lines. So today we're going to look at how those types of lines and line segments create shapes, specifically polygons. So a polygon is a closed figure, okay? So that means that would not be a polygon, but once we closed it, it would be. Even if we did that would be a polygon because it is a closed figure made of line segments. Now, would that be a polygon? So let's think about it. Is it a closed figure? Yes. But is it made of line segments? No. So unless both of these are checked yes, it is not a polygon. Okay? So most of the shapes that you can think of are going to be polygons. But you just have to remember it needs to be closed and it has to be line segments. So circles, ovals, things like that are not polygons. All right, so let's move on. Just erase all this before we switch the slide. Okay. So thinking about different types of polygons, these are regular polygons, a closed figure made of line segments, and all sides have the same length. So that shape I had drawn over here would not be a regular polygon, but it would be a polygon. So now a triangle, obviously 3 sides. And as we go through these slides, you're going to notice that the names of them actually, when you think about it, mean the number that it represents. So triangle. So let's think about some things that have the word tri in it, like a tripod, which has 3 legs, a tricycle, which has 3 wheels. So I would challenge you to think about some other things that begin with tri. And so with the triangle, we have 3 different types of triangles that we need to focus on. There are other kinds, but we need to be thinking about the right triangle, which has that right angle, which if you remember from yesterday, means it's 90 degrees. It can't be 89. It can't be 91. Right angles are only 90 degrees. Now, everything above and below that are going to be made up of acute and obtuse. So anything below 90 degrees, so 89 to 0, is going to be acute. They're very small angles. And everything above 90 degrees, so 91 to 180, is going to be obtuse angles. Remember that above, and it's from 91 to 179, because once you get to 180, you have a straight line, which isn't an angle. Okay, so that's important to remember as well. Now, these are other angles, triangles, and we will come back to that. So today, let's also talk about quadrilaterals, okay? Now, I told you that the hint to the sides is in the beginning. So quad, okay? Quadruplets, 4 babies, right? A 4-wheeler is also referred to as a quad. All right, so go ahead and think about some other words that you can that have quad in it. And that'll help you kind of remember how many sides these shapes have. So quadrilaterals, and there's a couple of different types of quadrilaterals, a square, a rectangle, a rhombus, a trapezoid, and a parallelogram are some of the more common ones. And for a quadrilateral, it has to have 4 sides, all right? So it's not telling us that the sides have to be equal. It doesn't say that they have to be parallel. You just have to have 4